Hi YouTube, this is Tracy here. I thought I would do a video on my sewing area just to show where I sew now and where I make my quilts. This is particularly for my friends on Quilting Around the World website. Just thought out of interest you might want to see where I sew. A few months ago I moved house, and at my old place I had much bigger sewing area that was in the corner of the lounge room, and I had all my things around me. But in our new house, we have a little bit less space, so I don't really have a dedicated sort of sewing area as such. So what I've done is, this is just our lounge room here, our main living area, and as you can see this morning I've been cleaning the floors, so all the chairs in the dining room are up, and our kitchen is here. So this is really the main part of the house. So what I've done, just to create a little bit of space for myself, I've put this desk here next to the wall. There's actually two desks here. This one is a bit of a junk one that accumulates things, and I do have some baskets down here that were just IKEA storage baskets, and that one there I've got some fabric in. Haven't utilised it very well as yet. There's some yardage that I bought recently, a couple of layer cakes that I want to use in the next little while, and in this one here just a couple of things that I put away for a project, some yardage and another layer cake that I've got something in mind to do with. So this is my desk here. I've just got an office chair that I sew with, and my machine, it's a Janome 6500 machine that I've had for, gosh, at least 10 years, and I absolutely love it. When I am not using it, I put it on a bit of an angle like that, because my 2-year-old loves to come up and there's the on-off switch there. He likes to play with that. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off. So when I'm not using it, I steer it on an angle so he can't reach it. So I have my machine there, and just a little bin for scraps and threads, a little container here that I often have pens in. The iron is just for the moment stored behind there, but when I sew, of course, I just set up my ironing board and the iron just next to the desk. The blue container here I got a while ago when, before I had Jasper, my eldest son. I used to have things out on the bench. Well, when he sort of got to the age where he could grab things, I got that blue container, and I've just stored things that I sort of would have sitting out just so that he can't get to them. I've also, if you can just see through the plastic there, I've got some little mini candles that I've got stored in plastic bags there too, so every time I open the box it smells really good. So next to that I've got some plastic storage bags. There's a couple of blocks up here that I've just recently been making. These are 4 that I had left over from this quilt top here. This is a Missouri Star Quilt Company project called Disappearing 4-Patch. I'll just open it up a little bit so you can see. It's quite a fun design to make, just like a generous sort of lap size quilt. That gives you a bit of an idea of what it looks like. I had 4 blocks left over, so I think that I might put a border around it just to make it a little bigger, and then put a block in each corner as well. So I have my cutting mat here. I store the my squares that I use most often here. I've got 2 12-inch or 12.5-inch ones and a 6.5-inch one. They're the ones that I use most. This one here is my favourite, and I don't seem to want to part with it, even though, I don't know if you can see that, a lot of the markings are starting to come off, and also it's been chipped, but I seem really attached to that one. So even though I have this other one here, I tend to use my Old Faithful one more. So I've got some little storage drawers here that I have pins and scissors and my rotary cutter. So far neither kid has gotten into that. If they do, I guess I'll have to put them away again. Just some blades and some spare half square triangles that I had left over from the Batik bear paw swap that I've just recently done. And this top one just has just some bits and pieces, some more pins and bobbins and things. And then this little sewing box has more of the same bobbins, and underneath it is a big container that I keep all of my cottons and threads in. So because it's a small area and it's sort of in our public space, I need to keep it neat and contained, which so far I'm doing a pretty good job of. It means I can't get too out of control and messy, so I suppose that's a good thing. This basket here's just got some fabric and the latest project that I'm working on, and here are some blocks in here for that. I'll be putting that together shortly. Here's two lovely pieces of fabric that my wonderful friends Jan and Jean sent to me so I can finish this project because I ran short a little bit, so that was awesome to get. And this is just a big light that swings out. It's got a magnification type device on it, which I don't need to use, but it is really quite a good light source, because the lights here in the ceiling they're not very good to sew at night. So that's mainly where I'm sewing now. And then where I store all of my stuff is in my younger son's room in here. As you can see, this is his room. He's still in a cot. He just turned 2 yesterday. So happy birthday, Cody, to you, my darling boy. And there's one plastic container full of sewing there, fabric I mean. Because Cody's just still a baby, he doesn't need any closet space. His clothes are in the drawers here. So therefore I thought I could claim his wonderful large walk-in wardrobe, which is just fantastic. So this is where all of my stuff is stored. So I've got a lot of things in plastic containers. As you can see, there's quite a few of them. I've been collecting fabric for 20 years now, and just seek to get more and more of it, and as many quilts as I make it, my fabric is just growing. Even though I try to use up all of it, I don't waste any. I keep anything that I can cut out for a 2.5 inch square, I will, and I'll put it into a little container. I think there's quite a few of them here, just little tiny scraps. I'll do something with all of those one day. So this one is mainly just smaller sort of pieces of scraps. They are organised. I've got one container full of swap blocks that I've gathered over the years and have yet to make quilts. I've got another container full of larger sort of yardage pieces. I have one full of kits, and some just full of smaller pieces, and then just some full of regular pieces. Here's some batting that's ready to go. And on the shelf up here, those envelopes are actually full of candles or scented wax cubes, so they make the cupboard smell really nice. And I have a couple of barley pops, Batik barley pops, waiting for something to be done. Some folders there full of patterns and things. And this is a bag with, I bought a couple of Moda scrap bags, really good value. Really looking forward to doing some kind of stripy quilt with them, or yeah, I don't know, I'll do something with them. And this is actually full of nail polish, so I just couldn't find anywhere else to put it. And I have a lovely project there, all bundled up, beautiful sort of dusty coloured fabrics that I bought that when I was visiting America, when I was at Quilted Goose in Las Vegas. So that'll sit up there till one day I can start it. At this point in time, I just have too much going on in my life to start any big sort of complicated projects with a lot of pieces. So there's a lot of things going on with the kids and my dad being sick, and I'm helping mum a lot and I'm working. So I'm just trying to work on some smaller things just to get some projects done, and just try and get a little bit of sewing done when I can, because I really miss sewing if I don't do any for a little while. So the trick at the moment for me is just to work on smaller, easier things that it's really simple just to pick them up and then put them down for a while and then come back to them. So that's it at the moment for me. That's my sewing area and my cupboard. And just before we go, I'll pan into the bedroom, and at the moment I have on here my beautiful half square triangle quilt, also called Cosmo quilt. That was sparked a swap a while ago now, a couple of years ago now, but very, very pleased with that one. It was just a fun, easy, simple one to do, and I think it looks really, really effective. So anyway, that's it for me now. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I'll see you all again soon. Okay, bye.